I don't believe it. Guys, we've been switched off. Now we're switched back on. Oh my god. I don't know what the hell has gone down on my end, and I'm putting it down to my feed. This is absolutely crazy. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hello, Diane. Thank God you've come back. I don't know what's happened. I have no idea what's happened. It's gone down. It came up, show finish, share. And I've shared it. So we have the first half already shared. But by God Almighty, that absolutely scared the living daylights out of me. I went into admiring it in at that stage. Oh, I give up on these gadgets. I give up on how this whole thing works. I really and truly do. Hello, Marna. I
Hello.
went to add you in. Yeah. I went to
Yeah.
add you, and as I went to add you in, it just went finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
But lucky enough,
I wondered what
yeah.
I wondered what the heck was going on.
But lucky enough, absolutely lucky enough, what happened as I got finished, it allowed me to share the show, which means we have actually saved the first part of the show. I thought it was just taking it out because it went to end, yeah. So
Cool.
I don't know what's
There you go.
going on. I don't know how it's happened, but I'm absolutely wow.
Hey,
I'm sure
sometimes
at the minute we were going,
we're better off not knowing.
eh?
Sometimes we're better off not knowing.
I'm blaming the CIA.
Oh, go ahead. Whatever you need to do.
So before I go on to the poetry bit, yeah, I'm going to. Yeah.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
So here we go. I'm plugging in. How's that?
Well, plug in.
I'm plugged in.
That's good. I'm plugged in.
I'm all plugged in.
I'm plugged in.
Mine is all plugged
Well,
in.
good.
We're really plugged in, us two. A right pair of plug-ins. Wow. So, did you have fun
No,
at
let's
church?
huh?
Did you have fun at church?
Yeah, until we were on the way home and it's pouring and I'm thinking, "Oh crap, it's going to be raining when I get home." Lucky enough, it was like spitting but not terribly hard, so I didn't get soaked coming in the house. But I no sooner stepped inside and it poured again. I'm like, "Yahoo!"
Alexandra has just said, it said the show is over.
Oh,
That's what it said when it closed, because it said to me, finished. Yeah.
huh? I don't
But
know.
then it gave me an option to share, finished. I thought we were going to lose the whole show. I thought the whole first part of the show was gone. But thank goodness we got to share it. So that will go to the page
Okay.
anyway. Thank God for that. So will this when it's finished. But wow.
Okay.
Marna,
What?
I'm gonna bring you straight on to read a poem, just in case we have any more gremlins here. I'm absolutely terrified now.
No problem.
My nerves are gone.
I'll start. I'm going to start with my new poets.
Yes?
And the first I'm going to read, it's short, but it it doesn't need to be long. This is by Jason N. Smith. It's not titled, but here goes. Souls weep ethereal tears. We don't see them trickling over dams of desolation, nor gossamer tears ghosting over desolate desert faces.
I know you said it was short, Marna, but that was short but straight to the point.
Exactly.
Wow. Sometimes, as you said before, you
Exactly.
don't need lots of words to say exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Exactly.
yes. Wow.
Exactly.
I'm going to read you a poem. How about I read you a
Okay.
poem? I'm going to read you a poem tonight
Go ahead.
because I think you might like this one. It's called Withering Emotions by Jeanette Nell LaRue. If only spring could bring blossoms of forgetfulness, I might well be able to turn the tide of the tangled waves of fate. The vengeance of rain cannot be ceased at will. Even the geraniums droop in tears of sorrow, and I still perceive carnivores on the dark side of the moon. Mountains are bruised purple with distress. Even scarecrows hide away when death becomes their next door neighbor. Perhaps I am dying a little bit every day. Even my memories are betrayed, censored because of the appalling nakedness thereof. I keep on belonging nowhere. I share my bed with unfaithful loneliness, a willing whistler who cannot show me the gateway to heaven. Regardless, I still rouge my cheeks, colour my lips blood red, and dress in lavish black lace, since gloom has overstepped its welcome.
Wow.
Exactly. Taught you like that
Yeah.
one. I taught you like that one.
You had me with the first line.
Yeah,
First line got me. Yeah. Go ahead and laugh.
I
Okay.
know, I know. Isn't it amazing how we have all gotten to learn how to read each other, isn't it? We read
Uh
each
huh.
other like books at the moment. We've learned so much from each other. But then again, that's what openness brings. It
Oh
brings
yeah.
it brings the lesson of getting to know each other, yeah? And we should know each other. We're in a team. We know what the emotions are that affect us. We learn those emotions. And I mean we read so much and we know what,
Well,
what, what
that
hits the spot.
oh, I felt every word. I mean,
Yeah.
you knew I would. You knew I would.
That's why I said I wanted
Okay.
to read it to you.
I know. Okay. Let's see. Wait. Take a drink. Hang on. Okay. Let me catch my breath now. Thank you, John.
I know, I know, I know.
I'm I'm okay. I'm getting much more accustomed to those kind of poems, and I understand that other people have the same heartbreak that I did. So it's all good. It's all okay. Okay, now I'm going to read a second new poet, and you're going to love this one. I'm going to just say this: I love the twists and turns in the lines, and you'll understand why. And this is a poem by Steve Howard, and it's called "The Brook." She took the flower she took, that came down with the water, that came down with the brook. She kissed every petal so sweet, from an invisible lover she might never meet. She looked up at the heavens, the vast empty sky, looked down at the flower, and started to cry. She dropped the flower, dropped it back in the brook, along with some tears from the heart that she took. She then dried her tears, dried her eyes on a dream, turned her back to the tears, and started upstream. For there will be more flowers will be, far away from her tears that now flow to the sea.
That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. That is, do you know,
I
that
know,
that just envelops you. That does. And again,
I know.
being a rhymer myself, and when rhyme and rhythm are matched right the way through a piece, they are magical pieces. Absolutely magical pieces.
When I saw that, because I mean, he's been a friend of mine for a while, I saw that and I'm like, Steve, you gotta let me read this. Please let me read this.
Oh,
I
this
was just so,
there's a touch of
so
magic in
took
there.
my heart.
There's a
Oh,
touch of
yeah, so
magic in
took
there.
my heart.
Absolutely beautiful.
Okay,
Thank you,
now a
Alexandra.
third,
Yes?
a I'm gonna catch up with the comments later. Okay, this is the third newbie. This is from Mary Lester. Now Mary was still here. I'm not sure she still is, but this is Mary Lester, and it's called Love and Hate. Ah, love the object of our heart, from whom we cannot be apart. Kisses, caresses, oh, such bliss. We think of nothing else but this. And when it breaks, and when it ends, the oxygen our love depends. So quickly we may turn to hate. We rail against the hands of fate. Whether deservedly or not, how quickly tempers flare to hot. You can see this love was our life's blood. A vacuum is not empty stood. Looking for someone else to blame for quenching the eternal flame. Sometimes we have been betrayed, but hatred makes us stay afraid. And so we must remember this, the love we shared at our first kiss. We must not dwell on bitter ends. Our future peace on this depends.
Oh, magic. Absolutely fantastic. Wow. Well, hello, Mary Lester and Sabrina Theresa Martin. Welcome in.
Hi, Mary.
Wow.
Hope I did, I hope I did it justice.
You've done a great justice. You read that beautifully. And to answer Christine's question, Christine, it went off and I tried to add Marna. It just finished the show. Add Marna, show finished. I thought we'd lost the whole recording of the first half. But thank goodness it gave a share at the bottom corner. It said I could share, so I shared it over as quickly as possible before it disappeared. But as far as I know, the first show was saved onto the recording. We now have a second one, yeah, which I'll edit later on to let people know it's the second part. Sorry it's gone that way, but out of my control, guys. Marna, go on.
Yeah.
I'm going to read you one now.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to read you one by a gentleman named Jeff Schleening. And I haven't read.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had Jeff on for a long while.
I know.
So I'm going to read this one to you, and it's called The Silver.
But it's something we're all going to enjoy.
It is, oh yes, yes. It's called The Silver Days of Death by Jeff Schleening. At the death, as beauty gives way, her hair faded to a soft silvery grey. She looks blind at the mirror's dreamy interpretation of years past without a future. But no tears form as lips creep into a smile. The taste of everything since life has been a feast of pure satisfaction. No wish for more as the days grow dim. Friends and lovers have pasted through the doors to her bedroom and her dreams. Some waiting in ghostly images that are held by the pictures scattered about her memory. Others dead the day they left a tear in her eye. It's not a goodbye to a life she has taken as her prisoner. Instead, a glimpse of a future yet unclear. The mirror cold to the touch of wrinkled fingers as she reaches back towards her youth and a love of a boy gone long before her womanhood. If there will be a regret, it will be him. His name unimportant to the smile he brings. The taste of ice cream topped with innocence, not lost as they spent a single spring. Then came life with its black cape of death, stealing him in his youth, before she could love a man. With that thought, the eyes of once brilliant green settled for a long sleep, not knowing what they may wake. but holding no fear, as they have gathered a library of visions to view until wake brings the blonde hair of youth once again.
I kept releasing my breath only to have to take another one. Oh my gosh. What a
It's a
poem.
piece, isn't it? Yeah. Tonight's poetry, the the difference in every single piece. I mean, it's like we have found 20 different total genre all at once. It's like
Oh, and I
somebody's.
have another different one coming up for you too.
I know.
This is something I don't know that we've ever had. This is a word acrostic. And in other words, the first word of every line, actually, this is a quote from Walt Whitman. So I'll read the quote first, and then I'll read the poem. And the quote, when I read the poem, you're going, it's so different than the quote in a way, but this is the quote from Whitman. Walt Whitman. From under that yellow half moon, late risen and swollen as if with tears. Okay. This is the poem. And like I said, huh, yep, from a totally different space is what I said. From crooked prejudice, again, the poem is named As If. From crooked prejudice, they take that stand under wrong and hasty formed opinion. That hothead words sharp, lashing tongues have fanned. Yellow streaks on closed minds hold dominion. Half-baked thought by fool, loose-lipped, opined, moon turned blue behind dark clouds to hide, late alibis denied, reason declined, risen as warm yeast, conquering divide, and innocent, confused, now wear the guilt, swollen throat, drowned in hyperbole, as accusations pierce right to the hilt. If only those with shattered minds could see, with cruel, misshapen words they crucify. Tears dried, move on, with other fish to fry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It has a reach.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
and her name is Cherry Casey. She's on the website that I help moderate.
Yes.
And yeah, and I read that. I'm like, whoa, girl.
Oh, dear. Oh, Diane Burgess, thank you very much for the compliment. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You got another one?
Me? No, I got nothing. You've got two left now, haven't you?
Oh,
So you've got two left now, haven't you?
yeah.
So which one are you leaving to
Yeah.
last?
And one of them, I don't know who the heck this guy is. Should I read the name after I read the poem?
You take the risk. I'm not saying the name at all. Good God.
It's John Kavanaugh. Okay.
Go
John Kavanaugh.
on.
And the name of the poem is Some Things. And I'm telling you, and he can tell you this is true because when I read it, what's the first thing I said to you? I would so love to read this
You
Sunday.
did.
And he gave me permission. So here goes something. And I thank you for that, sir.
But who is he?
But don't get used to me calling you sir to no,
No,
no, that's not
no.
gonna happen. Okay. Anyway, some things. Some things last forever. Some things never will. Life just seems to be unfair when you're climbing up the hill. But sometimes in the darkness, there's a light we cannot see, a lamp that hangs from heaven that sets our spirit free. So long I sat up waiting to hear you on the phone, but now I'm slowly learning to dance all on my own. And now that spring is calling, I feel I'm getting strong for the DJ's getting ready to play our favorite song. I just want to see the world the way that I once did. I'd gone so far inside myself. When you left that day, I hid. I didn't have a reason to smile through all my pain, for the heartache lasts forever when you're standing in the rain. I heard the church bells ringing in the distance far away. The blackbirds sang the sweetest song to brighten up the day. I grasped the lamp from heaven, embracing all its light, looking in looking to the future. I sang with all my might. I see the world, its beauty, its presence all around. I've started taking notice of this new love I have found. For some things last forever, and some things never will. For life just seems to be unfair when you're climbing up the hill.
Oh, man, thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, my dear. You read it beautifully. Thank you so much. Oh,
Thank you.
wow. It
Oh,
it always sounds better when somebody else says the words because it just takes them right out of your head. Wow. Thank you, Myrna.
well, I could say that about the one I'm about to read, but um, this is what you call a 2 minute poem. You've read it,
It's
okay?
okay. We've just had a 20-second one, so 2 minutes is a bit longer.
Okay, okay, yeah, right. That's okay. This is called A Curtain Falls. John has read it. And let's just say that this is not my norm, so I apologize ahead of time. A curtain falls. Dreams weep. Time sleeps. A curtain falls, heeding the call. But a pen quivers. Word shivers. With words to explore, words to ignore. Ink spills. A page fills. Expressing thoughts, nor borrowed or bought. A sigh escapes. A journey it takes through a poet's soul, with stories now told. And dreams weep, time sleeps, but a pen quivers, words shiver. Ink spills, a page fills, a sky escapes, a journey it takes when a curtain falls.
You know, you can actually see the poet at the table in the motions of what you've actually put in there. I love picturesque poetry. Picturesque poetry is just beautiful. When you can draw pictures in your mind, it's the crayon effect of
Well, of course,
poetry.
you know, I don't write this, on a page, but of course I'm writing it on my
Yeah.
computer. And when I started writing it, and I'm going to just tell you, when I started writing it, and I wrote the first verse and the second verse, and then and I'm like going, okay, I'm just going to take this last one. I'm just going to repeat the lines that I wrote, and I did not think it would come out the way it did.
But
So I was really pleased when I
yeah.
was done.
Well,
But that's one of those 2 minute jobs.
words have a great way of putting themselves together. We put them on the page, but they seem to be able to link arms and put themselves in a stance that just makes the whole piece
Hmm.
jump.
Yeah, it was like, and I used the rhyme, and then yeah, I'm like going, okay, this may work, you know. And when you sent it to me, you said, you loved it, so I'm like. and everybody else that has read it. A friend of mine read it, and she says, "Wow, that is so not you, but yet it is you." I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
And it's great when you're outside of that box. Jeff Schlooning has just popped in. And I've read Jeff's poem. Just to let you know, Jeff.
yeah,
Jeff, your poem is on this. There are two parts to the
yeah,
show.
Jeff,
So Jeff, yours is on this one. When this one ends and I hit the finish this time myself, the what you may call it. This is the thing. I'm gonna send this reel over to you when I'm finished. So you can actually hear the poem.
yeah.
Yeah. Just to let people know
So I'm,
because I cannot believe how it's split in half on us. And but this is a week we didn't have any problems. Like I
until then,
said, Christine, we're gonna jinx it. But
that's what
however,
I said. Don't say that.
I know. I won't be saying it next week, that's for sure. Good God, damn it.
You better.
But again,
I've
Marna,
been told, don't say that.
Marna, it wouldn't be the
What?
same if nothing went wrong, would it? Let's be honest.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay, now I'm gonna share a quote that I wrote.
That was very
I think
poetic. A quote that I wrote. I love it. That was even in rhyme.
quote that I wrote. Yeah, I know, right? I didn't plan it that
Well,
way.
it came out beautifully.
Well, and yeah, that happens sometimes. But I did kind of revise it since I let you see tonight, since I read it to you. But it's still the same idea. Are you ready?
Yeah,
You ready to read it?
I'm ready.
Rumors spread and heard are toxic for all. Its poison can often not be cleansed.
Oh,
And that's it,
oh, that is so,
right?
so true. It's so, so true. And we've seen so much of it over our lifetimes. Absolutely seen so
Oh, yeah.
much of it over our lifetimes. But remember, in your own inner strength, nothing can put you down. Nobody can
Oh,
put
yeah.
you down. You can rise above it all. Show yourself to be as big as you actually are.
Well, that's like, the judgments that have been made about me. And I'm like, oh, whatever you say,
Do you know what, Marna? At
you know?
least I have somebody on my side here. I have Christine on my side here. The show wouldn't be the same without gremlins. It wouldn't. It
True.
wouldn't. If this show went straight through and nothing went
Okay,
wrong, people would
bless it
be
up because that's going to make me dizzy.
people would be very, very concerned, wouldn't they?
Yeah, if we ever had a week that went fine,
I'd be
we
worried.
all think we were on the.
I would be very worried, Marna.
Oh, I'd be running out the door.
Definitely, definitely.
That's like this morning. I got to church early enough that I did the welcoming thing before first service and in between the two services. And one of the guys walks back. He goes, "Weren't you here a while ago?" And I went, "Yeah." And you here again? He goes, I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, should we be worried?"
Yes, you should be very worried.
That's what I said. I said, "Yes, we should be."
Oh, Chris, you're dead on. Chris Edwards, never worry what other people think because they don't. And that's very true. They don't know how to
Oh yeah.
think. There's nothing in between the ears. There's no grey matter whatsoever. None. They don't have it. It's so, so
Oh yeah.
sorrowful.
you know Judgments made, and with me it wasn't so much rumors, but it was judgments, but it's the same
It
thing.
is, yes.
you know people made judgments about me and my capabilities, and I'm like, you know what, you have no idea. Now I'm gonna use my little twang here. You have no idea what this lady can do and what this lady has done.
I love your twang. I love your
You
twang.
lying, and let me tell you, most of the time I could keep the lip zipped, but there were times when I could not. Like sometimes it would be like, "You can't do that, you're blind." And I said, "Oh, just watch closely." And I'd go ahead and do what it was I was told I couldn't do.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I mean, look, if my mom and dad were down here from heaven, and my especially my one brother who was blind as well, if he were down here, he'd be saying, and my late husband, they'd be like, "Go, girl, you can, yeah, go ahead, you can do this," yeah, because they knew. Like I said, when your mama wants you to go dig potatoes, and you tell her you can't see potatoes, and she says, "But you can feel them." You're going, oh, well, I guess that argument didn't work.
Exactly. I just had a lady come on now, Carolyn Oxley. Words are only hurtful when they're false and spoken with an acid tone. Yes, they're very
Oh, yeah.
hurtful. They're destructive.
Well, that's like another quote of mine that loose lips, let's see, loose lips and a tight tongue are not found in the same mouth.
Yeah,
No, loose tongues and tight lips are not
in the
found in the
same
same
mouth.
mouth.
Yeah, very, very
Yep.
true. Very, very true.
You know, like I said, I mean, I've gone through enough, and sometimes it is rumors.
Yeah.
I've had rumors spread about me, and I'm like, okay, when you're proven wrong, I wonder who's going to feel stupid then. That's all
Yeah.
I say.
A lot of things that happen are jealousy based. Somebody's got
Oh
something
yeah,
somebody else feels they should have themselves, and that's sad. That's really
it is.
sad. That is. I'd rather, if I felt somebody wanted something I have, I would rather give it to them and find something else for myself, rather than see them become jealous and eat themselves away. I wouldn't be able for that. I don't have the ability to swallow a pill that bitter. I would rather hand it over and say, look, it's
Well,
yours. It's yours. Yeah. Enjoy.
I was a school volunteer, and we at the end of the year they always gave an award for the top volunteer, and one year I got it, and the rumor was going around that the only reason they gave it to me was because I was blind, and this and this and this, and I really didn't do that much at school. Well, yeah, one of the teachers heard one of them say that, and I didn't have to unzip my lip because she unzipped it for herself. And let me tell you what, she put them in their place like I can't even repeat what she said.
It's okay.
She's
We
like,
read your mind.
yeah, yeah, she's like, if y'all could only do half of what she does, and y'all don't even know half of what she does. No one asked her to tutor children. Why does she tutor children? Because she wants children to know how to read and spell. Because without that, their education is going to not be as good as it could be. And some of you who are spreading these rumors, guess whose children she tutored? So you want to say something else? Go ahead.
Wow.
Woo! I'm like going,
Wow.
woo, God.
Well, you know what I'm going to do?
But
Go on.
it is what it is.
Yes, it is. And that's what I'm saying about us being bigger than what the situation is. We are bigger than the
Yeah.
situation
So that's
itself.
my tirade. I'm sorry, guys, but sometimes you just got to say it.
Exactly, yes. Hello, Luke
I'll have to
Williams.
write.
I'm going to read you.
Hello.
I'm going to read you two quotes before we go. Are you ready?
Okay.
I got two
Yep.
quotes here. I did say that earlier on. And the first one is from Viktor E. Frankl. Yeah? When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves.
Yes.
And that is one hell of a challenge, guys. We all know that
Yes.
because
That's
we've all, at
one hell of a
some
quote.
point, we reach that stone
That's
wall where
one
we
hell.
have the
Yeah.
choice. We either try and go through the wall or we change how we do things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that piece.
My
That's Viktor E.
you can either
Frankl.
climb the
Yeah,
You can climb the mountain, you can go around it just so long you get to the other side. I don't,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Woo,
And the
woo,
second
that one
one
gave me.
is another beauty as well. I love this second one. And this is from a man called Stephen Aitchison. Sometimes we are so busy living our fears that we forget to live our dreams.
Yes, another one.
Yes.
Yes.
I got those. A lady posted this morning on Facebook, Vicky Matiyag. And I've noticed Vicky
Hmm.
posts loads and loads of these, day after day after day. But the two there, like Victor's one and Stephen's one, uh, I came across early this morning and I thought, I'll have these two. Definitely have these two.
I mean, it's true. I mean, that second one too is true. And again, I can relate to both of them. But that second one, I could have feared so much in my life,
Yes?
but no, I lived my dreams. And I'm going to tell you guys, was it a perfect life? Of course not. Life isn't meant to be, that is one of my quotes.
Yes.
It was not, life isn't meant to be perfect. But this is one of my quotes, and I'm going to go ahead and say it now. Life is not what it makes of us. Life is what we make of it.
Yes, that's it. It's there for us to make something of. I mean,
Yeah,
Jeff Slooning has
yeah.
just said, I need to live that quote. And it's ironic that Jeff makes that statement, but the
Oh,
statement you've made, you've lived your dreams, you went on, and Jeff is saying he needs to. And this is the
oh
beauty
yeah,
of what the quote produces, isn't it?
yeah, yes. I mean, that's one of my quotes. Actually, that was in my first book. Yeah, life is not what it makes of us. Life is what we make of it. In other words, if you let life define you and don't change anything in it, then you're not going to be happy with the life you have.
Yes,
You make your life.
yes,
In other words, it might mean a step back
yeah,
and a rewind. It might mean whatever, but do it. Follow those dreams.
yes,
They're your dreams. Follow them. Fly. Take wing. Take flight. Fly.
yes, fly, exactly.
Got
Marla,
to get off her
you
face.
have just wrapped up beautifully the show with that display. Thank you.
I'm
Absolutely
sorry, but
magnificent. No, no, no. There's no apologies on our show. We don't do
that just
apologies.
that just gets me charged up,
It does.
like that,
But
because I know what not living your dreams can cost.
yes,
And I lived mine. And that's why I do what I do on this show. That's why I do what I do with the blind organization that I'm involved in, which we have a meeting tonight. That's why I do these things, is because I want others to fulfill their dreams and I want them to shine.
well,
I want them to shine in their own light for themselves to see.
I'm going to give one more because it's written right in front of me from Carolyn Oxley. Be sure your words, good or bad, will go full circle and greet you as you send them out into the world. Yeah?
Yes.
We have a thing called karma. What you give out,
Yeah.
you get back, and what you reap,
Yes.
you will sow.
Exactly.
You reap what you sow.
Exactly. Like I said, the words that you
Good night,
speak
God bless,
cannot be
Alexandra. Yes, exactly.
the words you speak cannot be unspoken. And sometimes you might mean to bite others, but it's going to come back and bite
Of
you
course
hard.
it is. Yes.
So yeah, exactly. That was some brilliant quotes tonight.
There
Woo!
was, yes. So,
Those three, woo!
I'm going to have to dig deeper next week.
Huh. I, you gave me chills. Like I said, I'm sorry for my outburst, but you gave me chills with all three of those. I mean, I could so relate to all three of them. I'm like going, what in the world?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Marla, have a lovely
You
week
made my
ahead because you've made a great night for me, yourself, and Christine. Absolutely beautiful being here. And Chris in the audience has been fantastic with the meeting and greeting and kept
yes,
everything
he
running.
has.
Absolutely fabulous. Have a lovely week ahead, and I look
I'm
forward.
gonna
I
try.
look forward to getting you next Sunday again.
I'm looking forward to being here as far as I know.
No, well, unless you've got other plans.
No, it's not that. I'm just gonna make sure I'm in no car to get in another
Yes,
accident.
please, please mind your back and mind the
I'm gonna
car.
avoid Walmart. I'm gonna avoid Walmart.
Take the bus.
Wait, no, 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 no. That's going to be even worse around here.
Oh
My
God.
daughter brought me to the store the other day. We went to a different grocery store, and I said, "Well, we going to Rouse's?" She goes, "No, yeah, because we're not going to Walmart, Mom."
Oh, Chris Edridge, thank you very much. And cheers to you, mate. Honestly, you've been wonderful out there. Marna, I'm going to get myself off to bed. I've been up since 4 o'clock this
Yeah,
morning. And I'm going to just crash to
I
sleep.
got
Thank you so much,
early
hon.
supper.
Thanks a million for
Oh,
tonight.
thank
Mwah.
you. Thank you for the poem. Thank you, everybody, for your poem. Love you to bits. Mwah, you
Love you
know
to
that.
bits,
And
Marna. And see you. I'll talk to you during the week.
y'all,
Yeah. And see you here on Sunday with lots more great poetry. Good night and God bless,
I
Marna.
hope. Bye bye.
Bye. Marna the pre-badger. What can I say? Absolutely fantastic. Christine, Marna, thanks a million for tonight's reading. Chris Edridge, thanks a million for being in the audience. Everybody that's been here tonight, Ed Clinton, Jeff Slooning, Jesse Batiste, Diane Burgess. I can't name everybody. I wish to God I could. Thank you all for being here with me tonight. It's been an excellent experience, an excellent experience for me to be here tonight, and I've enjoyed every single poem and every single quote. And I look so forward to Sunday the 16th, God willing, that we're all back here again and we're all sharing the same absolute joy among each other. I'm sorry and I apologise for the break between the two shows, but absolutely beyond my control. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Diane Burgess, good night and God bless. And have a great week ahead. Take it easy, guys. Love you all to bits. May your God go with you. Good night.